every time they make King act cute, I like reflexively think I won't like it, but then I see it and then I obviously do. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. God damn it.
I think they do a good job with it because they could have easily made him like always be like, I'm not cute, and like fight it, but a lot of times it's just like, yeah, I am. So it's kind of nice.
It's adorable, especially when Luz like scritched his tummy.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable.
Welcome back to Owl House Jake's Meatloaf review time.
Stop.
Yay! we just watched episode 3, and now we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it first. So, I liked it basically overall. I think the relationships and like it was really cute. The new characters were fun. They got a good amount of focus, except for the boy. I didn't even catch his name, but he was
Gus.
He didn't really nothing really happened with him there, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Willow's fun, and the other one, Amity, is fun. They even make the school setting interesting by having it have like the bell that screams and the lockers were like monsters and stuff. So it's not like just Harry Potter, even though like it kind of very obviously is trying to be that sort of thing.
Wow, an opinion. Just kidding. Dumb.
Oh, I don't know if Crown's done.
No, I'm done.
All right. So for me, when I saw the opening, I think like first time or second time watching the show, I was really worried because I did see that there were students and there was a school setting, and I was like, oh no, is it gonna turn into like an entire series of like she goes to school with them? And I'm like, I kind of don't want that because I like the chaos that the main cast has. I'm glad that it didn't turn out that way, where it's just she makes friends.
Hey, the night is young.
Please no. Oh my god, please.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tipsy said the night is young.
I mean, the night is young, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it should be like here in like episode 4 she starts going to school. Like, I kind of don't want that. And I'm glad that they didn't for now. We'll see if I like it if they ever do it. Yeah, she's banned. Anyway, greatest impressions of this episode is I love the character designs. I really love the character designs. They're good and I love them. The voice cast is good for them too.
I was gonna say that even like all the background characters are awesome, which I appreciate.
Yes. Oh, I love Willow and I love Amity and I guess I love Gus mostly for his voice. It's cute, but
It's cute. Do you know who voices him?
I don't know who voiced him, but it was a cute voice. And every time they make King act cute, I like reflexively think I won't like it, but then I see it and then I obviously do. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. God damn it.
I think they do a good job with it because they could have easily made him like always be like, I'm not cute, and like fight it, but a lot of times it's just like, yeah, I am. So it's kind of nice.
It's adorable, especially when Luz like scritched his tummy.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable.
He jumped into her arms when he was scared.
Yes.
It blows my mind that Willow is not Tara Strong. Am I the only one who thinks that she sounds just like Tara Strong?
No.
I'll have to listen to her again to think to...
I've heard so much of Tara Strong.
She sounds like the Twilight Sparkle voice to me.
I've heard Tara Strong so much at this point, I will instantly recognize her when I hear her.
Yeah,
voice.
same.
I don't know how much I should talk about, like, favorite characters already, because I obviously have seen more, but I like Amity a lot. She is my favorite, and I love her voice actress so much, so I'm excited she's finally introduced. It's literally been 3 episodes, and I'm like, finally! But, you know.
What stood out to you in this episode?
I mean, I like you already said, like, the designs, like, just, like, the first introduction to the school, I like how interesting it is, and it has, like, its own identity, I guess.
This episode showcased, like, 2 particular styles of magic, abominations and plants.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the first episode with, like, without just, like, the plot on the main cast. It's, like, introducing a bunch of new people at once, and I don't think I dislike any of them. Even, like, Amity, when I first saw the episode, I was like, wow, she's mean, but I like her. I don't know why, but she's just fun to have on screen. I like that Principal Bump is just like an imp eating a guy. I don't know, like...
What if he is human?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
point.
theory.
Wow. I never thought about
Yeah.
that.
All right, Dom's personal theory: do not steal.
That seems like the most obvious thing to think about too, and I'm just like, my mind is blown right now.
How did you feel about the episode, Tulip?
Okay, yeah, I like this one a lot. It's introducing some of the secondary cast. Willow and Gus are great. Amity's a really well executed version of that archetype of character, of like the like rich, popular mean girl, basically, who's good at magic in this one. Yeah, like it was cool. We got to see the abominations, like I mentioned, in plants, which are specific styles of magic, unlike sort of anything we've seen from Ida do. Just seems like general stuff, which she talked about at the beginning of the episode. Like, she didn't finish school, like doesn't like it as an institution, and honestly, she's right. King had a worm. I don't know. That part was not as good as the rest of it, but it was cool.
Yeah, I like seeing like the different schools of magic, like kind of getting a glimpse into like what exactly how exactly the magic works in their universe. A little peek.
How about you, Tipsy?
Right, okay then. So, when the episode started and she was like, "Oh, you can't go to magic school," and then the plot of her going to magic school, I feel like I want to learn a bit more about Ida before we get distracted with the rest of the Owl House world. But first of all, I did find it hilarious that Ida was a school dropout and that she hated
It's so
school
fitting.
just because she had some bad experiences with school, so she wouldn't teach her apprentice properly. But when they did the school bullying plot, I rolled my eyes. What you need to know about me is I absolutely loathe bullying plots. I think they are the most boring thing and most awkward thing on television. So I wasn't like chuffed about that. But when she went to school and then Draco, I'll call her, Amity, what was it? Is that her name?
Amity, yeah.
Amity Blight, yeah.
Okay, well, Draco, she was funny. I felt bad for her because she was just trying to be the best student and prove her worth. And then comes along Willow and they just cheat. When the first half of the episode was kind of generic and copycat, shit got real in the second half when they started using the magic, and when the teacher came in and sealed the entire school with spells, and then Willow started fighting with her vines. And also, I love August. He is my son, and how dare you insult him earlier by saying that he wasn't the most important part of the episode, Crown?
I'm just saying he didn't show up enough.
Well, you know what? I think there's a whole bright future ahead full of August in our path, so there we go. And that is my opinion on the episode. I thought the moral was a bit funny because all she did was give her a seed and then she got the credit for
Right?
yeah,
It's
like,
hilarious.
you know Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if they did a thing like that where Ida just says something random and then Liv thinks it's some life-changing knowledge because it helps her randomly during the day. So I want to learn more about Ida more than anything and why she's a NEET.
It is interesting, obviously, that her lesson was kind of awful, but at the same time, I don't know if it's self-proclaimed or if it's actually known, but she's like supposed to be the like most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles, and it's like if she like dropped out of school, maybe she genuinely does know something different than everyone else, and maybe her crazy methods have more merit than it seems.
Yeah, I mean, she's evaded the cops for this long, right? It's because she's amazing.
Even though she's the owl lady, I mean, I guess, do people know that she lives in the owl house? Because
apparently it's a secret hideout, even though she walked like 3 feet and was like already at the school. But I assume that was just a cutaway shot. So.
Yeah.
Also, when Hootie said, like, that way, and then used the weather vane to point, that was funny, by the way.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Ida said, but the only thing in that direction is the school, but, like, wasn't it just pointing just away from the hut,
Yeah,
like,
just
down the
normally.
path?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing in that direction, that specific direction, is the school. Everything else,
There's
no.
nothing between the house and that school. Like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Tulip said that King's subplot wasn't all that interesting, and like it wasn't, but I did like it more than the previous episode because it felt like King and Ida actually had a separate adventure, where in episode 2 they kind of just followed Luz and like figured out a mystery that we already knew. So like it felt like there was actually 2 plots going on here.
Yeah.
And also, so I'm looking on the Owl House wiki. It's dead apparently, but these episodes have like Gravity Falls style like cipher things hidden in them. This is from episode 2.
heck?
Oh, really?
I'm guessing they haven't been translated yet, or from what I can find, it looks like it's probably some sort of made up code that like they have to show us like how to solve it later on.
Yeah, I do remember like hearing about that like when these episodes were newer, but like haven't heard anything about it since then, and I guess it's because people haven't been putting in the work to translate it or whatever.
There's not even like pictures of these on the wiki, like, or anything on the wiki about these codes being in the episodes.
I guess we have to start it.
Yeah, figure out the codes. Figure out the codes.
All right, what about ratings?
Yes, ratings. I will say this is a 7 as well. I give the other episode a 7.
Ooh,
This is
7?
This is much closer to an 8 than the other episode, but I would say 7 just because it's slightly like Tipsy saying like slightly just kind of doesn't really get interesting until the ending.
It's a 9 for me. I just love the characters too much. The new characters were very charming, and I love their design, and they're wonderful. I'm excited to see more of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it an 8 personally. I really like it. So, but I agree with criticism. So solid 8 for me.
I give it a 7 out of 10. Good foundation for future episodes. First half of the episode was so dull.
I liked it.
Yeah, well, I had this conversation. Chan was like, why do you hate the first half of everything? Well, it's just because the first half is the setup and it's dull, and then the good stuff happens in the second half, and then you get
But the
excited.
setup is so good because you feel the potential, you feel the excitement.
I agree with that.
The second half would not feel good if the first half was like just as hype as the second half. You know, you need that rising.
You can make
tension.
good introductions, you know, like if we saw the magic school and all the magic that's in the school other than the abominations and the plants, you know?
Nah,
I
think
disagree because you're
gave
like,
it a
oh my
good
god,
amount.
they might go to this school. Oh my god, I might see this, and then you see it, and you're like, whoa. But
Yeah.
I agree in the sense that like it could have been more interesting, I guess, in some aspects. So
I do like that this is a Disney Channel TVY7 cartoon show, and the first 3 seconds was about them scavenging a dead ocean creature.
Yeah, of course.
I like the joke. I love the screaming bell. That was my favourite gag.
Yeah, so I think this episode's great. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Hell
Spiders.
yeah! Hell yeah! Look at me and Tulip being big brain.
As opposed to me and Crown, who is small brained.
I gave it an 8.
I'm
that
kidding, I'm
was that was a
kidding.
nice spread. 2 7s and 8, 2 9s. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is a big average.
I will also mention, now that you mentioned the dead thing in the beginning, I'm very interested that there's just like a giant sea monster. I'm like, I want to see more monsters.
Haha, you want to see more monsters? A sea monster?
Oh. We're at like 17 minutes. Do you want to wrap this one up?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
On to episode 4.
Yay!
Yay!
I love this next episode. I mean, I have no opinion.
Thanks for watching, and super special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to know when I post a new video. Be sure to stay tuned for more new videos and live streams. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok to get frequent updates and video clips. And consider supporting me on Patreon for just $2 a month to get some behind-the-scenes content, like scripts and review notes, and even early videos. Once we get about 20 Patreon supporters, I'll start a Discord server for us to chat.